guys, how you going? This week we're going to talk about grips and your hands for Finke. So riding desert racing and big whoops is notoriously hard on the hands. A lot of the force required to hang on is coming through our hands. We take a lot of the little bumps and square edges through our hands, and because we're on the bike for 2 to 4 hours, it takes its toll. So there are some little tricks we can use to help our hands on the way down there and back. So first option is to run like a regular motocross grip, but to run it in a really soft compound. You're not going to get a massive amount of life out of these grips, but the softer compound will help absorb some of that vibration through your hands and help with the blisters. So the other option is we can run these. Now these are a rally grip or a mud riding grip they call them, but they're actually like a foam rubber. So these go on the bars, you get rid of your regular grips. The benefit of these, I found, is they absorb a lot more of the vibration and the harshness of the ground, and they're much easier on the hands for blisters. Now the only problem with these are they're a bit fatter than a regular grip, so I found I had a bit more arm pump with them, but recently I've just found out that there's actually a thinner model. So that's the one I've used before, and that's the thin one. So the thin one, same thing, it replaces your other grip, but a much smaller diameter for your hand to get around. So this particular brand is made by Pro Grip. The fatter ones are called the Soft Touch Rally, and the thinner ones are called the Soft Touch Superbike. So both of these are stocked in Alice Springs at Moto Mechanics. Go and see Caleb or give him a call, he'll be able to sort you out. There's a few other brands that make them. These are just the ones that I've seen floating around, so they're the ones I'd like to use. Another trick we can use is a little bit of baby powder in the gloves before we put them on. This is quite a common thing, but it kind of helps reduce the friction between your glove and your hand. So it's a good option to try as well. But like any of this, definitely try it well before the race. You don't want to be coming in on race day trying these new things with your hands. So start working out now what works for you, what doesn't, and see what is best for you. So depending on your hand, your bars, it will kind of depend on where you get blisters. I generally don't get many blisters here, but I do get them on the sides of the thumb. So there are also grip donuts, which I'll show here. These go on the end of your grips. They're very cheap, but they just help stop the rubbing of your hand on the inner part of the grip. So then another option to use if you do blister in those spots. And the final option is to tape our hands. So I'm not going to show you how to tape your hands. There's plenty of videos out there. Just a quick Google search will do. The biggest thing I recommend for this is get used to riding with taped hands before the race. So because taping adds a bit more extra thickness to everything, again, I found I got a little bit more arm pump just because I wasn't used to that difference in the feel and the width of what I was gripping. So have a search at that. As you can see by these photos, like, the blisters aren't fun, and especially if you have to do another 100 kilometers or the whole return trip with torn up hands, it's not going to be fun and it's not going to be safe. So think ahead, do it right, look after yourself.